morning, hi. Let's get your weekly reading. Grab your coffee. October 27th through October 31st. This is our last week of October, the longest month ever. At least that's what it felt like for me. There is a retrograde coming up, I believe, next week, so I'll do another video about that later. Okay? Going in with my Celtic deck, what is the energy for Monday the 27th, please, for this collective? If you like these, go ahead and pop over to my website and you can subscribe, and then you will receive this reading in your email. Okay. Monday's energy is the Ace of Pentacles reversed with the Five of Wands upright. So there's some sort of, it feels like you're saying no to something, and that may cause some conflict surrounding the said no situation. Let's get a little more on that. It could also be the other way, that someone says no to you and that causes some conflict. So what I'm getting, so the Page of Swords came out with the Temperance reversed. So what I'm getting is, whether you're saying no or someone's saying no to you, you may seek out another person or even your own higher self spirit team to kind of be like, okay, what should I do about this conflicting situation now? Because it's making either me feel impatient or it's making them feel impatient. So you may be seeking someone out for some advice related to this saying of no. There you go. Let's get Tuesday, please. I just heard a wallop of a day. Okay. Oof. So that's interesting. So we have the Ace of Wands reverse. It feels stubborn. I feel stubborn. It feels like that's the energy I'm seeing, and I have to show you. The Four of Cups came out, and I have to show you what that looks like in the typical Rider-Waite, because it will make sense in a moment. Here's the Four of Cups in the typical Rider-Waite tarot deck, and remember how I was like feeling that like cross-armed, like whatever. So the Four of Cups is about longing for something. When in your midst of longing for something or feeling maybe a little stubborn about something, you're not noticing what's right in front of your face. So that's the whole energy of this card. But what I'm picking up specifically related to this Tuesday's energy is a lack of wanting to move, a lack of movement due to feeling either this like unfortunate stubbornness or something like that. I'm going to get one more. So the Six of Cups is coming up out upright, and that is a card directly related to the past. And what I'm getting is this longing for something of the past. Okay, with this Four of Cups, it feels like I don't want to move forward because it feels comfortable where it used to be. Okay, Wednesday. Thank you. The King of Cups. The King of Cups for Wednesday. The King of Cups is an energy that is so emotionally available, emotionally intelligent, emotionally stable. They have this ability to hone in on not only their own emotional state, but others' emotional state as well. So maybe you might be in a space of helping someone feel emotionally stable, or you are just like in general, like the provider of that emotional stability for the day. Okay, that took a long time off camera to really help me understand Wednesday's energy, because I was on the struggle bus. But basically it's putting our ego to the side and really allowing for more of a healed mindset regarding emotional capacity and just feelings and how we want to kind of present ourselves to other people. I specifically asked if this King of Cups was someone coming into our space, and it was a very obvious answer of no. This is your energy, the King of Cups, and you feel like you can kind of hone in on that space of healing within yourself and start to get out of this stubbornness from Tuesday and start thinking a little bit more long-term down the road and in the present versus like in the past. It feels a lot more stable than the first 2 days of the week. Thank you. Justice. Okay, so Justice card for Thursday, it just feels like, okay, we're balanced. You know, Libra season is over. I am getting something about Libra, so maybe you have Libra in your chart somewhere. I personally have a Libra moon, which is like part of my social justice communication style. But it just feels like the checks and balances are finally here for Thursday. So tell me more a little bit about that, please. The Hierophant. Yeah, wow. Thursday feels like a very giant day related to your soul's journey. With the major arcana cards here, that's about your soul's journey, where the other cards, like their minor arcana, that's about your day-to-day. So Thursday feels like a culmination on the 30th here, where it's just like, okay, this is kind of a big deal related to your soul's journey. I don't know what else. I mean, the Hierophant is about commitment and loyalty, and it can be about tradition, but I'm not really feeling that part of it. It really does feel more of a commitment act to yourself. I don't know, is someone getting married on Thursday? What's going on? I asked for one more card on this, and I got the Nine of Cups reversed. It feels like you didn't see this, you won't see this coming, the way that Thursday plays out and the grandness of it. It feels like a surprise. So some sort of, it feels, I don't know, it feels emotional surprise. It feels sturdy. That's the only word I can think of. It feels like a sturdy Thursday. Friday, please. Thank you. Hold on, I'm hearing upright. So Friday, the first card out is the Knight of Wands. Now that is the fastest moving, well, it's the second quickest moving card in the deck related to action, possibly communication. The next card out was the Three of Swords and then the Ace of Cups. So this fast movement, this quick movement, does feel tied to some sort of, it feels tied to love, emotional fulfillment. So take that as it resonates. That message may not be for everyone, but in this collective, there are going to be some of you who are receiving some sort of offer in love on Friday. And it doesn't just feel like necessarily just like a date, that it feels bigger than that. It feels like for people who are maybe a little bit more connected in a relationship already, or a little bit more established in a connection. And it feels very fulfilling. It feels very like when the Three of Swords comes out reversed, like that is a lack of heartbreak. So the opposite of lack of is like an abundance of heart building, basically. And there feels like a little bit of nerves with this, maybe some overthinking. You're being guided to try your best to not overthink it and let that old mentality maybe like brush away, because there is reason to celebrate here, and maybe you're going out with friends to celebrate something. It doesn't just have to be a relationship intimately, but it very well could. It also could be, I mean, it's Halloween, so it could also be this movement toward feeling very fulfilled by the gifts and love that you receive that day when you're in a community space. So take that as it resonates. But yes, oh, the Fool at the bottom, I love that. Also, that we have 3 aces out here for the week, and 2 of them were reversed. So where these no's are, the no's, it all leads up to like a nice gift and love, like this yes. Okay, so let's get your sign, symbol, synchronicities. Okay, so sign, symbol, synchronicity for alignment this week is going to be sea turtles. And again, with that Fool, I like the synchronicity here. Oh my God, no way. And under that is the Two of Cups, which is funny because the sign, symbol, synchronicity for the whoopsies this week is penguins. There you go. Wow, that's really interesting. I love that, sign, symbol, synchronicities. Anyway, the November spots are open for my mentorship program. They start, it starts on November 2nd and goes for 4 weeks. So hope to see you there. Bye. Have a good week.